see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. On a Wednesday. All right, so I told SJ I was going to do this. So I've already sampled his red rye saisons in the can. Now I'm going to do the same samples in the bottle. So I have on this side the red rye saison, 6% on the regular yeast, and then I have this is the Bell Saison yeast, and then I have the red rye saison with the I think it's that Safele 134. So I'm going to keep the glasses aligned. I have identical glasses, so I got to remember what side I put them on. So we'll put the labels out. So I know which one. So this is the Bell Saison yeast. So let's pour this in here. There we go. And we'll pour this one. Man, I'm pouring this like a madman. All right, this one did not have as much of a head, I guess. So you look at the color between the two, they look just about the same as you'd expect. This one might actually be a little lighter, but I don't guess you can really tell. This one has much more of a head. This one, I think it was kind of, I don't want to say flat when I cracked it, but it didn't have as much of a hiss, so interesting. I don't think that would be because of the yeast, or maybe, I don't know. Okay, let's get a nose. It's a similar smell, just I think in the Bell Saison, it's got a lot more prominent, the peppery quality. Whereas this one's a little more of the malt forward on the Safele or whatever, the Belgian yeast. All right, let's go in for a taste. I really like this one. This one is, well, I'll talk about the cans in a minute. Let's get a taste on this one. Cheers. Okay. This one, actually, let's start with this one first. It is significantly less carbonated than the Bell Saison yeast. It also has kind of a bitter aftertaste on it, kind of like money, kind of like coins. Not that I suck on coins all day, but it kind of has this one kind of has a strange flavor to it. This one here, it's smelled awesome. And it follows through with the taste. It's very creamy because of the carbonation, and I don't know if that's but it doesn't have the aftertaste. It's the same kind of flavor, just a little bit better. Actually, a lot better because you don't have the aftertaste. Just the mouthfeel on this one is like terrific. Nice, heavy medium mouthfeel with very like kind of the carbonation kind of. It's creamy. If that makes sense. It's got a good bite, but then it foams up in your mouth. It's creamy, I guess is how I describe it. Very pleasant, and it's like a Saison should. Yeah, and it's got a peppery Saison smell. I really like this one. And then this one here, it's like more malt, and you can tell it looks like it's not even carbonated. So I don't know if I just got a bad bottle on this one or what, but well. It is carbonated, it's not like not carbonated. It is carbonated, and you could drink it, just it has a lot more of that malt kind of bitterness, harshness in it that this one just absolutely does not have. Don't know how that happened, because I would assume you split the same brew, and you just pitched a different yeast in it. So there you go, SJ. As far as these compared to the bottles, this one here, the bottle Bell Saison, is my favorite of all four. both of the cans, both of them had aftertaste, if I remember right, but they didn't have that awesome creamy mouthfeel that this one does, and the good pepper notes on both the nose and the follow through on the flavor. If I remember, you had the same yeast, the Belle Saison and the Cefale on the cans. So I guess the answer is the can didn't really do it for me. I didn't enjoy, of all the beers, this one is my favorite one, the Belle Saison bottle. Nice spiciness, great Saison character. Doesn't have the kind of the money aftertaste that all the rest of them seem to have. So hopefully that helps, SJ. So this will become my sipping beer for the night. Okay, wow. Hold on one second, I'm missing something. I'm missing my championship hat here. The Washington Nationals. Last time I did one of these Homebrew Wednesdays, I was fearing that we weren't going to win the World Series. Was that a week ago? Yeah, I guess it was. What has happened since then? Holy moly. We now have, within a span of a little over 2 years, we have 2 championship teams, actually 3 championship teams in Washington, D.C. if you count. Let's see, we had the Capitals a couple of seasons ago. We had the Mystics, the women's NBA team here in DC, and then we have now the Washington Nationals, and I couldn't be happier. So let's talk homebrew for a minute. Wasn't it crazy? We came back and won those last 3 games, or excuse me, the last 2 games. All away games were won. If you have 4 away games in a 7-game series, it's a pretty good thing for you. It's a pretty good stat. So, homebrewing, I have a couple things I'll talk about today. First of all, I'll show a little bit of footage of I did a robust porter, which I'm calling a chocolate oatmeal porter because I've got some chocolate malt in it and maple syrup. So I should call it a chocolate maple oatmeal porter, I guess. So I had a pound of flake oats, so a good amount of chocolate malt, and some maple syrup that I put in towards the end of the boiling. This is going to be also going to be using some flaked oats. This is going to be a chocolate oatmeal porter, imperial strength. This is the underlet. Some of you guys have seen this, some of you have not. So I started out with, I need to get 4.5 gallons of water. I start at 2 gallons because that's where my reading starts. So it goes out the outflow of the boil kettle through my first pump and into the bottom of my mash tun, and it comes up through the false bottom. That way you don't have any dough balls when you mash in. Or you have relatively few. Okay, so I'm mashing in. This is looking really good. It's smelling really good too. God, I love mashing in. And I'm pretty close to my target. Just need to go up to, actually 168 is not right. I need to go to 154. Yeah, so I'm not that far off. I'll turn on the Herms and it'll get there pretty quick. Okay. So that's at 150, needs to get to 154. Got my recirculation going. Alright, so that's nice. Nice dark fluid coming out. And again, it's been a while since I've lifted this off, but if you lift up the top of the mash tun, you'll see that there's a heat exchanger in here. So essentially, in this configuration, the work comes out of the mash tun, comes out, goes in through this riptide pump, comes in to the top of this lid, goes down the coil under the hot water and comes back out, and then the boil coil at the bottom of the hot liquor tank keeps the water heated, and I just set it for 168. You see now the actual temperature dropped down a little bit. So this light comes on, meaning the heating coil comes on, so it can get the internal temperature back to what the target is. And then you'll watch, this will drop down a minute at first, because it takes a while for the recirculation. You'll get some, cooler fluid in there first, and it'll slightly drop down, then all of a sudden you'll see it pick up really quick, and it'll get to 154 pretty fast. And then once it gets to 154, it shuts off, and then it kicks back on if needed, hence the heat exchange recirculating mash system to get it back up to target temperature. So see, yeah, it drops. Yeah, it's a little cooler at first when it first starts, but you'll see that number will start to quickly climb. Cheers. Okay, so there I am at target temps. Everything's looking good. So I'm gonna take this time and I'm gonna bottle some beer. Okay, finished the mash. I need to check the runoff gravity, but runoff gravity doesn't really do anything for you. I don't even know why we check it, but everything's looking good. Cheers. Okay, got a nice sparge going. That's going to be a nice, man, this is going to be a chocolate oatmeal porter. Oh, that's going to be good. Okay, we are, what are we? About 2, 3, 4 gallons into the sparge. Man, look at the color on that thing. Wow, this is going to be nice. Okay, all right, we're live. All right, so I'm sorry, I've been getting distracted. There's been Nat celebration shows going on all day, so I've been a little distracted. But this is going to be a chocolate oatmeal porter. Chocolate oatmeal porter, yes, with vanilla too. Look at this. We're coming up on, I'm heating it up for the boil. Look how the brown foam, I love it. It's been a while since I've done a dark beer. So I was looking for a 1056, anywhere from 1056 to 1060, and I think that's because I have maple syrup going in this one in the boil. So they're probably, giving you an either or. I ended up with 1053. I'm gonna boil the shit out of this thing, so it's probably gonna be close to the 1076 original gravity that I want. It's gonna be about a 8.1% porter, so it's gonna be very good. Cheers. All right, we're at just past 60 minutes. I added the ounce of Magnum. I'm gonna keep a vigorous boil this whole 60 minutes. Okay, we did not get the gravity I expected. I'm not really sure why. So we are collecting right now into the bucket post boil. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the beer. It's going to be a nice beer. I just, for some reason, I didn't get the gravity out of it. Maybe because I went 12 ounces of maple syrup instead of a pound. I don't know. Maybe I needed 4 more ounces. I don't know if that would have made that much of a difference. Anyway. Oh, wow. Oh, well. It's going to be still good, though. It's going to be about a 7.5% maybe. I don't know. Cheers. All right, I think it's time to go blow off tube. This is the porter I did yesterday. It is starting to come through the airlock, so I need to throw a blow off tube on. All right, that's more like it. Okay, so man, this is a hell of a blow off. Look at that. Good thing I put that thing on there. Look at that. That thing is going nuts. Wow. Wow. So that thing has already kind of cooked off. It's still got a blow off tube. I need to take it off. It's been going since Saturday, I guess, and it's about done. And so I'm gonna let it sit for another week. I have my second round SJ Pour Challenge beer that I got to do something to it tonight. Get it ready. I'll probably be kegging that thing on probably Friday. Friday I'll be put it in a keg, getting it ready, just in case I make it to the third round. And then a while back, me and Matt from Rec Brewery talked about doing a collaboration brew. I said he's been talking to all kinds of folks about collaboration brews because I see that he and Wally just did a collaboration beer together. So he asked me about it, and I said, yeah, it sounds like fun. Needed to kind of get some time on the calendar with all this SJ Pour stuff and getting ready for the seasonal beers, all the dark beers I want to have ready for the next couple of months. But we kind of sketched out a good recipe for a collab brew. It's going to be a kind of Gosa, which I'm kind of excited about. It's going to be a pretty cool Gosa, I think. Had to order off for some specialty ingredients that they don't carry in my local homebrew store. So those things should be arriving, should have arrived today. I have to go check. But anyway, I might do that this weekend if I can get over to the homebrew supply store and pick up the rest of my materials. I will brew either. Wow, I guess we got a 3-day weekend because Veterans Day is coming up. Make sure you think of veteran. So I might do it this weekend. If not, it'll be a couple of weeks from now. So yeah. So brewing has just been like crazy. I mean, I've had all kinds of stuff to do lately. Talked to my wife. I'm interested in maybe doing the BJCP certification program, so I'm going to start kind of looking into that. Just, you know, always expanding your talents and skills, right? I figure if I learn to pick up all these different flavors and beers, that'll just make me a better brewer too. So I've been wanting to do it for a while, just haven't. So maybe that'll be her Christmas present to me. She'll purchase me some kind of program to become BJCP certified. I think that'd be fun. And wow, I am already at almost 10 minutes. Feels like I just started talking. So anyway, I guess that's it. Thank you for the homebrew, SJ. I'm going to drink both of these, by the way, but there's a Caps game on tonight. Oh, Caps is doing really well again this season. We're top of our Metro division. I think we were like 11-2 or 10-2, something like that. So we're doing well. I don't know who we're playing tonight, but I'll be dialed in. So anyway, have yourself a very happy homebrew. Thank you, Nate, for putting up the Homebrew Wednesday. Dude, that was an awesome one. I enjoyed. And Sweet Pea, I thought that's what she was called. I pulled that up. I didn't know it was Mrs. Fresh Pea. So Sweet Pea sounds pretty cool. Sweet Pea did a great job in your video. Look forward to some more. Need to see a C-Car video up there soon, too. Haven't seen one from him. Anyway, and have a very, very happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.